everyone, Assalamu alaikum to all, and welcome back with another amazing episode of Future Jobs Podcast. I'm your host, Fahad JobsWala, and I'm student and interview captain at Rehan School Online Academy. I'm 15 years old and I'm based in Pakistan, Karachi. Today, I have an amazing and very special guest, Daniel Paulin. Today, I'm very excited to do this podcast, and as and I've recorded many podcast interviews, um, but still, whenever I do podcast with someone, it brings something new, every day, something new in their from their lives, something new from the challenges they have faced, and it gives us a better context how we can live our life betterly. So saying that, I've invited Dan Paulin on my show, Daniel Paulin, sorry, and we are going to have this amazing, wonderful podcast with him. So, hi, Danny, how are you? And welcome to the show.
Ah, Thank you so much. So excited to be on the show with you. Lots of stuff to share. Let's jump into it.
Yeah, amazing. First of all, thank you so much for giving me your precious and valuable time for this podcast.
Super excited to be on. Super excited. We're on different parts of the world today, so we get to experience it from both angles, I guess. So excited to answer your questions for sure.
Amazing. Um, so, could you first tell us about your story? Could you walk us through on that?
I'm an entertainer. I travel all over the world doing ridiculous escapes. I'm an escape artist, and my what is my story? My story is very much like you. I had a passion for something, and I jumped right into it, and I've been fortunate enough to see the world because of it. So I think that for anybody, it doesn't matter what they're doing, to find success, you have to love what you do, and you have to do it with everything you're capable of doing. So my story is I truly am passionate and in love with what I do for a living, and because of that, I'm very lucky.
Exactly. That is really amazing. And I believe choosing something which you like to do. Because if you see in this era, people are doing such kind of works which they don't like, but they are still doing those things because of the money or something else, but doing something which you like to do, because we can get different and many jobs, maybe better than the one which we are doing, now. But when we do something which we like and which we are passionate about, it's always been a great thing. So, Daddy, did you choose the thing which you like to do, or were you on another job and then you shifted that because of reasons?
I think, like you and like most people, we all start with jobs that we don't like. We have to find a way to make a living, buy groceries, pay for housing, all of those things. So I think that most people start off with a job that they don't like, but you're trading your time for money, and time is the only thing that we don't have an unlimited amount. We don't know when our time ends. So it's important that if you're going to do something, you should do something that you love so it doesn't feel like work. You should do something that allows you to enjoy getting up and going to work every day and coming home. If not, it's not a good exchange. It's not a good trade. So take a look at your life. Imagine what you want to do or what brings you happy, what makes you happy. And it should be something that you're passionate about. It should be something that you would do for free. And if you can find a job like that that pays you, you will have the most success because it'll never be hard to trade that time for money moving forward.
Exactly, you're very right. You've mentioned about traveling, and you're still traveling. You've mentioned you're not in your country. You're from you're in another country. So, could you tell me, is this your passion too, or are you doing this traveling for some other reason?
I travel for television. I perform on the Got Talents worldwide. So my next stop is Croatia, and after that it's Bulgaria. So the Got Talent industry contacts me and gives me the opportunity because of the type of job that I have. So for those of you that have that hidden talent, you should always go online and apply to the Got Talent in your area, or even Got Talents outside of your area, because it gives you a chance to see the world. It gives you a chance to travel. And for that reason, I'm super lucky. The Got Talent industry, I've done 15 Got Talents all over the world. I got a few more this year, and it's taken me worldwide. So the fact that I'm doing something that I absolutely love to do and I get to travel because of it is a blessing.
Amazing. That is super amazing, Danny, and it's good to know about that. About that, sure we're going to, and all the best. Best of luck. Many wishes. That is great. You've mentioned if we have a talent, so we should not hide that talent in ourselves. We should bring that talent in the front of people, in the front of world, so that they can see that as well.
Yeah, we all have a talent. It doesn't matter whether you're a singer or a dancer, if you're a magician, if you paint, it doesn't matter what. There's something that you have done growing up that you're passionate about. And if you have the ability to find a way to make a living doing that, that's when you're lucky. That's when you're super blessed. And when you're excited about something and you love doing it, you try to do it harder than something that you wouldn't love to do. So if you love to sing, you'll sing all the time, not because you have to. You'll try to work that
Mhm.
talent. And I think the Got Talents worldwide given people the opportunity to showcase the best version of themselves. They give people the opportunity to showcase what's great about that individual. And I think that every person in this world has a talent that's better than somebody else's. So you should show it and you should shine.
Exactly, exactly. So you've escaped from handcuffs, straitjackets, and labels. What's the hardest thing you've not escaped from?
I think anytime there's fire involved, it's dangerous. I think that escaping from locks or handcuffs or straitjackets, all of those things just take time and practice. But I think when you involve fire, fire doesn't follow the rules. Fire does what it wants to do on its own, and because of that, anytime there's fire involved, it makes the escape so much more difficult because. Nobody wants to get burned. Nobody wants to breathe the smoke or feel the heat. So I think that the hardest thing to deal with is fire.
And nobody wants to die.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, what's more powerful to you, illusion or belief?
I I don't think a good escape requires an illusion. I think that if you are escaping something properly, I think that there's no need to trick or to create a facade. I think that illusion or magic and illusion are their own thing. I think that people can accept that they're going to see something that's not real, or they can accept that there's a trick. But when it comes to escape, there's no trick. You have to just do the work. You have to pick the lock, untie the rope, hang in position. I think they're two totally different levels of ability.
Exactly. So, how do fear and control play into both your performances and your personal life?
I think fear is very positive. I think that anxiety and fear associated with what you do makes you a better performer. I think that if I wasn't afraid or wasn't worried about it, I think that I wouldn't do a good job. I think the moment you're not worried or afraid, you shouldn't do it. I think that it keeps you sharp and it makes you prepared for whatever you're up against.
Exactly. So, how does a you know stunt requires you? Like how much time does it requires to play stunt? Practice.
I think that you're always practicing. I think that picking locks is something that you have to practice all the time, just to keep your memory, your muscle memory, prepared for whatever you're up against. I think that um, exercising and being in good health is very, very important. So I think that you never stop practicing or preparing in this line of work. I think that it's just a constant. I think that every day you're thinking about it or preparing psychologically for what you're getting into. I don't think there's ever a break.
Amazing. Do you ever use hypnotic techniques in everyday life outside the stage?
Hypnosis is a great opportunity for me to entertain audiences. Doing a hypnosis show, I think there's a lot of fun, a lot of humor in it. I don't think using it on a day to day basis is practical because I think that the techniques that require you to be a good hypnosis take time with the person that you're working with. So I think that hypnosis, um, I don't think it's just something that you would use or you could do just to anybody. I think that based on my career and my involvement in it, it's a little bit more in depth than just something that I'd reach for in my psychological toolbox.
Exactly. So, how much time did it took for you to become who you are today? How many struggles did you do in your past, and how many hard workings did you do?
It Listen, it's taken years and years and years. I've been performing for 30 years. I had a theater in Niagara Falls, Canada, where we did 2 shows a day, 7 days a week for 7 years. So I think to be great at anything that you do, you have to do it thousands and thousands of times. I'm very proud that I've performed over 5,000 shows worldwide, and because of that, I feel as though I'm an expert in the field of my craft. And under those circumstances, I think that I can only say that after having done so many. I think that it doesn't necessarily make me a professional. It just makes me very, very good at what I do. I think that I have another 5,000 shows in me, and I'm excited to see what the world brings me and how I evolve as an entertainer.
Exactly, exactly. There is still a lot for you to perform and to do such thing, and it's very amazing. Like it almost took 30 years, you know, to make you become who you are today. And so many people believe that practice makes a man perfect, on this um, sentence. But when I was scrolling, I came across from such people who says that practice doesn't make you perfect. What in which thing would you believe that does it makes perfect, or what it does practice?
You know what? Practice prepares you. That's probably a better version. I think that practice makes perfection, or practice makes you perfect. I don't think that. I don't think anybody can be perfect at anything. I mean, you can be very good at anything that you do, but yeah, a simple card trick should be practiced 1,000 times before you show it to somebody. I think that it depends on how you want to look. If you would like to look like a professional, you have to do enough work that makes you a professional. I mean, and that's how you're perceived. If you want to look like an amateur, doing something too soon, too quick, or unprepared, that's what it comes across. So I think that before I add an element to my show or before I do something, I like as much preparation as possible. The audience is expecting a professional when I step on stage, so I want to be as close to that as possible.
That is the, I would say, the greatest and the good version that what you've mentioned about the practice. Because we can't become perfect, because even God didn't make perfect. In the world, not any create. We all are the we all can make mistakes. So, do you ever use hypnotic techniques, and you know, and how? What was the first moment you realized the hypnosis could be more than a party trick?
Well, I went to school for it. I went to school to become a registered hypnotherapist. So I used hypnosis to help people quit smoking or lose weight or improve their health. So when I decided that I would like to use hypnosis, I went back to school and I got an internship and I worked with somebody and I developed my hypnosis skills through years and years and years of working with a doctor of hypnotherapy. So the hypnosis is a lot of fun to use on a show. I think it's super funny, and I think that used properly, it's something that people can enjoy. But I think that there's great things about it that can help and benefit people in many ways. So I've used hypnosis under both circumstances in a show and as to help somebody improve their health. But I think that under both circumstances, you need the permission of the person to do it. And I think that there's a proper and etiquette way to do it so that the person involved is treated with the highest level of respect.
Amazing. You've started this hypnosis since from your school. You're doing this since you were ongoing school student. So that is a like we can imagine how experienced you are in this thing, in this field. So, Danny, many people try to find entertainment, in their mobile phones and the electronic devices and laptop. Today I'm in the front of an entertainer, who used to entertain people, lively, physically, and do stunts and amazing stunts. So, where entertainment actually uh, is, where can we find entertainment?
For anybody who is interested, I would hope that you'd find me socially if you're looking for that form. I hope that you can search me at DannyZZZZ.com. There's four Z's. If you have the opportunity to check me out on any of my socials or on my website, Danny with four Z's is a great opportunity. But I travel worldwide, so maybe I will be in a town or a city near you. And if I don't have the ability to entertain you, I think that entertainment is a language that people love. I think that everybody needs to laugh and to feel the joy of being entertained. So make sure you check your local guides and try to find somebody who is qualified and go out and have a good time. I think that entertainment on any level is a gift.
Amazing. Uh, so, has there ever been a performance that truly shook you mentally or emotionally?
I did a escape for Tusi Cuvalis. It's Italy's Got Talent, so to speak. That's their version of it, and it was the first time that I had ever done an escape like that before. And although I escaped, the escape failed, and I broke some bones, and it affected me in every escape I did moving forward from that point. I think that whenever you're injured or whenever there's a tragedy or something that goes wrong during uh, a stage performance or an escape, I think that it affects you and it affects the people who work for you. And I think that it changes the way I perform. I take more precautions and I look at things a lot stronger than I did at that point.
Okay. How do you prepare mentally before you perform something that defines?
Yeah, to prepare for any. show or escape. I like to think about it the day before. I like to try to relax as much as I can and go over the order of operations in my mind so that I can be prepared. And then the day of, I like to touch everything. I like to look at it and touch it and make sure that everything that I'm going to be using is valid in the way I need it to be. And when I've got all of that in check and I feel confident with my staff and what I have, then it's time to go. Let's do it.
Amazing. So do you do meditations as well?
I don't know. No, not really. I don't think I do meditations. I mean, I might just relax and go through it with my eyes closed for just a minute or two to try to see the order of operations or what I'm about to do. But I don't really spend very much time doing it. Just to make sure that my brain is in order. That's all.
That is the great thing as well. Like many people believe that meditation is something that we have to do for 5 minutes or 30 minutes, something like that. But this is the form of meditation as well. Like you have to close your eyes, and when you close your eyes, you have to take breaths and just relax your mind and just forget the other things, which can move your path through that thing where you want to focus
Yes.
on. So that's what the meditation is. So what's the psychology behind an unforgettable show?
You know what? The mental strength that you need to prepare for something like this is different than another job. Because I could potentially die or be in harm's way, I have to be very mentally strong moving forward. The truth is, every time I do something, and because I'm putting myself at risk, I'm not just putting myself at risk, but I'm putting my family in potential harm's way because they could have to deal with my loss or have to deal with my injuries. So, with all of that in mind, yeah, I have to overcome the mental instability and worry of what I'm about to endure. I have to be strong enough to push past the word can't and force myself to be in a position where I can be successful and do this.
Okay. Like we just have to put our mind on the thing. We have to just focus on, that what we are doing is the best thing, and we will definitely get the success we like it. So having this
Yeah.
mindset can make the show unforgettable. Amazing. So, do you view yourself as more entertainer, healer, or provocateur?
I'm just an entertainer. I'm just out there trying to make people enjoy themselves, feel good about themselves, and have a better day. So that's how I view my career. If people ask me what I do for a living, I never say a hypnotist or an escape artist or a magician or illusionist. I just say entertainer, because at the end of the day, I need you to be happy when you leave. I need you to feel better about yourself when the day is done. And if I've done that, I've entertained you.
Amazing, And in our country, we had a very famous and very amazing comedian and entertainer. He died in 2023. Um, like people were used to say that he is doing prayer. Like he is a prayer because he makes people laugh. You know and if someone is sad, and if the person is laughing just because of you are entertaining him, so like this is kind of prayer. Pray
Hmm.
prayer is just not that you're going church, you're going mosque, and just praying. That is not exactly, that is a form of prayer, but there are a lot of kind of prayers, and one of those best pray is to make someone laugh through. So, in your opinion, what's the most misunderstood aspect of hypnosis?
Well, I think I will end it with this answer as my office phone rings behind me. Um, I think that people think hypnosis is uh, uh, mind control or something negative. And I can say to you that I find it very, very positive. I don't think that we affect the soul or we go in too deep. Really, everybody who's hypnotized hypnotizes themselves to some degree. It's no different than daydreaming. It's no different than putting yourself into a relaxed state or meditation. So I will say that. The misconceptions associated with it firsthand, I can say to you, uh, people need to let it go. It's just good, clean fun.
Exactly. I mean, thank you so much, Danny, for giving me your most precious and valuable time for the podcast. I really enjoyed this podcast, this conversation, and it was full of amazing questions, amazing information that you transferred to us. And keep shining and keep doing amazing. All the best for another amazing show. And Got Talent is going to. Many wishes, many great wishes too. So inshallah, guys, meet you soon with another amazing podcast with another amazing guest. Till then, stay peace and take care of yourself.